Every year when it comes to selecting an exclusive kit for Airfix Club members, the aim is always the same: to do something a little bit different. Something you won't find on a standard model shop shelf. Something that feels special, topical, and rewarding for those who choose to be part of the club. In its current form, the Airfix Club is designed to appeal to both committed and casual modelers alike, offering benefits that go beyond simply buying kits. It's about getting closer to the world of Airfix, being part of a wider modelling community, and enjoying a hobby that has very much found a new lease of life in recent years. With memberships continuing to grow, it gives us the freedom to be more ambitious, more creative, and more thoughtful with what we offer in return. A key part of that is the annual club kit, always a limited edition, always exclusive, and often a little unconventional. Sometimes it ties into a significant anniversary, sometimes it revisits a tooling that deserves another moment in the spotlight, and sometimes it's a subject that might just feel a little too colourful for the main range, but absolutely perfect for a club audience. Members have received everything from surrendering Japanese aircraft to Cold War oddities, D-Day pairings and dual identity Luftwaffe and RAF aircraft. For 2026, the choice was clear. With the Swedish Air Force celebrating its centenary, this was an opportunity to mark a remarkable aviation story, and to do it in a way that spans generations of flight. To understand why this pairing works so well, it helps to look briefly at the story of the Swedish Air Force itself. Swedish military aviation began as early as 1912, with the Army and Navy independently experimenting with aircraft for reconnaissance and artillery spotting. By July 1926, these efforts were unified into the svenska Flygvapnet, setting Sweden on a path of rapid aviation development. Initially, this relied heavily on aircraft sourced from abroad. Britain, France, Germany, and Italy all supplied types during the interwar years. But as Europe edged closer to war, Sweden faced a difficult reality. Neutrality needed to be defended, and relying on foreign suppliers for aircraft and spare parts left them vulnerable. The solution was to take control of their own aviation destiny. Swedish industry, with support from overseas partners, began developing indigenous aircraft, starting with types like the Saab B-17. From there, a tradition emerged: unusual, innovative designs that prioritised performance, survivability, and flexibility. A tradition that would eventually give the world aircraft like the Tunnan, Lansen, Draken, and perhaps most famously of all, the Viggen. But the 2026 Airfix Club Kit doesn't just focus on jets and brute force. It tells a longer story, one that begins much earlier, with an aircraft that helped train the pilots who would eventually fly those remarkable machines. The first scheme takes us back to 1935 with the Havilland SK 11A Tiger Moth in Swedish Air Force service. Few aircraft designs are as instantly recognisable as the Tiger Moth. First flown in 1931, it became the standard elementary trainer for the RAF and countless air arms around the world, and remains one of the most important training aircraft in aviation history. Sweden recognised its potential early, looking for a reliable, proven solution for pilot training. The Flygvapnet initially purchased 13 aircraft directly from de Havilland, and they didn't stop there. A licence was secured to build a further 33 aircraft in Sweden, produced by the Aviation division of the Swedish Railway Workshops. This organisation would later become part of Saab itself, making these Tiger Moths an important stepping stone in Swedish aviation manufacturing. Delivered between 1935 and 1937, these aircraft served primarily with the F-5 wing, Swedish Air Force's main elementary flying school. Two variants were operated, the SK-11, powered by the Gypsy 3 engine, and the later SK-11A, fitted with a more powerful Gypsy Major. What really set the Swedish Tiger Moths apart, however, are their schemes. Initially delivered in all-over silver finish, they were soon repainted in one of the most striking training schemes ever applied to the type. High visibility yellow combined with red markings wasn't just about looking good. In a country where snow-covered terrain was a constant hazard, these colours made downed aircraft far easier to spot, improving pilot survival. Later still, some aircraft adopted an even bolder appearance, with black fuselages paired with tangerine wings and tail surfaces. It's a combination that makes Swedish Tiger Moths arguably the most visually distinctive of all operators. Add to that the ability to swap wheels for skis depending on conditions, and you've got a rugged, adaptable trainer that served Sweden well for many years, both in military and later civilian hands. From the humble but vital beginning, the second scheme jumps forward 65 years to the very peak of Swedish jet aviation. The Saab 37 Viggen needs little introduction. For many enthusiasts, is the definitive Cold War fighter, an aircraft that combined futuristic design with astonishing performance. Introduced to replace the Lansen and Draken in multiple roles, the Viggen was designed around Sweden's unique defensive doctrine. Short runways, dispersed bases, and the ability to operate from public roads hidden beneath forest canopies. To achieve that, the Viggen was equipped with the immensely powerful Volvo RM8 engine and an innovative thrust reversal system. This allowed it to take off in as little as 400 metres and land just as quickly. It could even reverse under its own power, backing itself into concealed, operating positions after landing. These capabilities weren't theoretical. During exercises and demonstrations, Viggens routinely performed manoeuvres that left audiences stunned. Land, stop, turn, and take off again in the opposite direction, all within the confines of a short strip of road. It was aviation theatre backed up by serious operational intent. One of the most persistent stories surrounding the Viggen is its alleged success in intercepting the Lockheed SR-71 Blackbird. While such encounters would have been highly classified, it's widely claimed that Swedish pilots managed to achieve missile lock on the Blackbird during overflights of Swedish airspace. Whether fully true or not, the story only adds to the Viggen's formidable reputation. The scheme represented in the club kit depicts aircraft 37027, coded F1057, from the year 2000. As the Viggen approached retirement, this unit decided that such an aircraft deserved a proper send-off. The result was one of the most striking special schemes ever applied to a European combat aircraft. It carried different versions of the unit badge on either side of the nose and bore the motto, "The show must go on." A fitting statement as the Viggen gave way to the JAS-39 Gripen. The aircraft became hugely popular, featured in official photo shoots and remembered fondly long after retirement. Taken together, these two schemes tell a powerful story, from the bright, high-visibility training aircraft of the 1930s to one of the most advanced and visually striking jets of the Cold War. They chart the evolution of the Swedish Air Force from reliance on foreign designs to absolute confidence in domestic innovation. That's what makes the 2026 Airfix Club Kit feel so well judged. It's colourful, distinctive, historically rich, and unmistakably Swedish. A pairing that spans generations, technologies, and philosophies, all wrapped up in a limited edition package designed exclusively for club members. So the question is, which one would you build first? The elegant Tiger Moth in its eye-catching training colours, or the unforgettable Viggen in full retirement finery? Let us know, and we'll see you next time for another episode of Schemes Declassified.